Good morning. So we were continuing with the Devi Mahatamyam. So far we had done the third episode up to ninth chapter, in which we saw the Devi destroying all the different asuras. In the last chapter we came to know about Rakta Bij. Rakta Bij is nothing but chain of thoughts that emanate from within our system, which one thought gives another one, another one, another one, another one, like that. It keeps on growing. So every drop of blood that falls creates another new demon in our life. So it seems that if you allow this thing to fall on the ground, which means if you allow it to germinate, if you allow it to grow, then the thoughts are going to grow like nobody's business. They just keep on going. And destructive thoughts, and destructive elements in our life. So our job is to ensure that we don't get into that kind of a situation. The Devi that comes along and is able to finish off everything is Kalima. What she does is she eats, she drinks every drop of blood that falls and she gulps it down. Now when we say that, we have to eliminate it by the power of our discrimination. The thoughts need to be discriminated upon and eliminated in entirety. If we don't eliminate the thoughts, they will grow into a mountainous ones, and then we can get into very big trouble. Now when Rakta Bij is destroyed, then there are two other demons that are there, Shumba and Nishumba. They decide that now she has to be captured. So they go into the battlefield, but with that they are carrying a whole load of other armies. That means from the different clans. And this is where we are as of now. So let us continue with the next chapter. We are doing Devi Mahatamyam, episode 3, chapter 10. The sage said, seeing his brother Nishumba, who was to him as his own life, killed, and his forces being slain, Shumba, furious, spoke those words. O Durga, wicked and proud of your strength, do not be haughty. You fight depending on the strength of others, and yet you boast of your self-respect. The goddess said, in this world I, the one, alone exist. Who is the second person other than myself? Look, wicked one, these manifestations of mine enter into myself. Those are all Devis headed by Brahmani, but merged in the body of the goddess. Then the mother alone was there. Now, this is a very beautiful lines which tell us that everything in this world is you alone, nothing besides you. The day you realize that you are that one, the one, and you are the one who can fight every destructive element in this world, which translates into all the negative energies that are there, things which can be very, very disruptive in your life, they can destroy your life. It is you who has the power within to eliminate those, which clearly tells you, as per Sri Krishna also, it is called self-effort. So whatever energies that came out from the body of the Devi, from Durga, whatever goddesses that came out, from Kali to Katyayani to all those, whatever goddesses that came out, I'm sure you know them, Chandika and so on, all these went back inside her. Which means that you require in this world to fight the different demons with different strategies. See, you cannot use the same strategy for fighting one demon and another demon and another demon. No, you can't. The weapons have to be different, the strategies have to differ, your tools have to differ, everything differs. Sometimes you have to gulp them down. Sometimes you have to break them into pieces. See the way how the Devi is doing it. What she is doing is exactly what you are supposed to do. Don't use the same philosophy for everybody. Not everybody is not the same. These are demons. And demons need different ways of overcoming. Simply put, can I say that if I have a cold, I can have a medicine for stomachache? No, that is a different medicine. This is a different medicine. So I have to use the right medicine for the right kind of a remedy, right? Now, when we talk of these remedies, they are for afflictions in this world. Afflictions means all the troubles that we have, all the problems that we face. 3 types of afflictions are there. Adibhuta, Adidaiva and Adhyatmika. These are the 3 types. The ones which are connected with the elements, they affect the outer body, physical body. It's like cold. You get cold. The weather is cold. It is very hot. All kinds of diseases are there in this world. They affect you. You fall down. You get injured. You meet with an accident. Those type of things. These are physical injuries, physical problems. Right? So these are one type. These are afflictions. The solution to all this is different. Think about it. Just now only I told you. Your headache is one. Body ache is another. A problem with the eye is one. Problem with the ear is another. So remedies cannot be the same. So the Devis that are there, Devis means the solutions basically. They are called solutions. They are basically what we are trying to say over here is how do you find solutions for different things. So in your world, there are 4 people, let us say, in life. You have your mother, right? You have your boss, right? You may have your spouse, okay? And you may have your children. Can you use the same remedy for everybody? No. Your mother problems associated with your mother are different than the problems associated with your office boss. The office boss has a different set of issues. He may be saying, why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? Your mother is interested in you doing something different. Okay? Your wife's problems are going to be different. Your husband's problems are going to be totally different. Everybody has their own issues. You can't use the same yardstick. You can't use the same band-aid, Put the band-aid everywhere. No. Different remedies, different things. Alright? So now think on those lines. So the goddess is saying that all these solutions come from one only. That is me. I am the one. I am your doctor. I am your lawyer. I am everything. I am all your professional consultant also. I will solve all your issues. Okay? But remedies are different. Strategies are different. The way of attacking the problem is different. The way of solving it is different. You understand? These are the things. So when she is told that when Shumba is saying some words which say, oh, you are taking advantage of these so many goddesses that you have, all the powers that you have. She says, no, that's not the case. Everything is me only. I am the one. Me. I am the one. And so all the goddesses go inside of her. See, then the goddess said, I by manifold manifestations stood here in many forms. These are now withdrawn by me. Alone I stand. Be steadfast in the battle. The sage said. Then started the battle between them both, the goddess and Shumba, striking terror in the witnessing Asuras and all the gods. With the shower of arrows, the sharp weapons, and with terrific missiles, there arose again a combat between them, fearful to the whole world. What all divine missiles the mother discharged in hundreds, the lord of the Asuras broke them all with nullifying weapons. Today's war is also like that. The war that is going on in this world, you send one missile, there is another anti-missile over there which is nullifying the effect. They are using in the Middle East somewhere, they are using, I think, these Patriot missiles and whatever. I'm sure you have heard of them. Then some people are using offensive type, some people are using the defensive type. Some people are launching from the middle of the ocean, some people are launching from the middle of somewhere. Some things are launched from the vehicles. So missiles. Now when we say missiles, it looks like some kind of a weapon. Weapon is also words. Words are very powerful weapon. I don't know how many of you know. The words make an impact. I just wrote a few words a few days ago saying that if you are not interested in the satsang, I would like you to get off from this place immediately, if possible. But nobody responded, just hardly 2 people responded to me. So by then I had removed some 3-4 of them. Now what happened was, naturally there is an anti-missile, which means, no Guruji, I want to be there. So there were some people who said, no, we want to be around. Okay, but then you have to use it in time, isn't it? After the city is destroyed, you cannot come and say, I wanted to fire this missile, correct? And that is the reason why it is important to do things in time. So the goddess also has to use the right kind of weapons at the right time and at the right place. You can't use one thing at another place, and at a wrong time. No. After the disease is cured, after your injury is over, can you go and put a band-aid on that? It is not good at all, I'll tell you. You have to do it when that is a time when the hurt is more, or when there is a problem, that time you do it. Otherwise, there is no point. Correct? Is in a similar fashion, the goddess has already withdrawn all her other beings that are there. Now she is alone. She says, okay, you are challenging me alone. I am capable of defeating anybody single-handedly. So she fights this demon. Now when we say this, it is your will. It is the power within every individual to stand against atrocities, to stand against oppositions like this. If there is somebody out there who is opposing you, who is saying some kinds of wrong things against you, or whatever that is happening in your world, you are alone to fight that, and you are capable, believe me, because you have all the powers within you. So you can fire as many types of weapons to see and gauge what is going to happen. Just saying, okay, I will fire only one weapon doesn't work. I'm sure you know that. Today's day and age also wars are fought like that. In different fronts, in different methods and methodologies. So, and what all the divine missiles were hurled by him, the great goddess broke them all playfully with fierce grunts and the like. Then the Asura covered the goddess with hundreds of arrows. Angry at this, the goddess too broke his bow with the arrows. The bow broken, the lord of Asuras got hold of the lance. The goddess broke that also in his hand with a discus. Then the supreme sovereign of the Asuras, wielding a sword and shield, figuring 100 moons, rushed at the goddess. As he was rushing forward, Chandika with the sharp arrows released from her bow broke the sword as well as the shield, spotless like the sun's rays. Now all this is the battle going on, and the goddess is nullifying the effects of the different weapons the Asura is using. She felled his horse and the chariot with the charioteer. Then his horse killed. His bow broken and the charioteer missing. The Asura seized the terrible club, trying to kill the goddess. She cut into pieces with her sharp arrows his club as he rushed towards her. Even then he leapt at her with speed, lifting his fist. The eminent Asura brought his fist down on the heart of the goddess, and the goddess slapped him in the chest with her palm smitten by the blow of her palm. He fell to the ground. The king of Asuras immediately rose again. He rose up and, seizing the goddess aloft, jumped to the sky. There also Chandika fought with him without any support, then causing wonder of the Siddhis and the sages for the first time. The Asuras and Chandika began to wrestle with each other in the sky. So these sound like a very strange kind of a situation where the goddess is wrestling. And funnily, as we can see for ourselves, how does this work? See, think about it. When you meet the highest demon, in your life, you have to confront him. We normally are fearful of demons in our life. We never confront people. We want to sneakily do something. And sometimes people just want to walk away from the situations. Think about it. If you walk away from the situation, can you solve the situation? No. If you confront it, can you solve the situation? Sometimes and sometimes not. So what is the option for you? That is left to you. You are the right person to decide on the spot. What is the right weapon? What is the right approach? What is the right kind of means to solving the issue? Don't just rely on one methodology. Sometimes it is important not to face that person. Eliminate the person from your life altogether. So suppose there is somebody harassing you on chat and other places. In your phone, do you have the app which says, you can block the person? You can block the number? There are these pesky people in this world, they are those fellows who keep on calling you, we are giving you a loan, we are doing this for you, we are doing that for you, we want you to take this, we want you to take that. They are trying to market something or the other. Something or the other they are trying to sell to you. Are they not? At such point in time, what are you supposed to do? You can bar those people, isn't it? You can say, you don't want you over here, and bar that person completely. That is one method. Another method is to maybe complain to the higher authority and ensure that the person again doesn't trouble you. Maybe that's another method. There are so many methods. Final one is called confrontation. The last one. When there are no options left in this world, it is better to have a hand-to-hand combat, isn't it? You have seen the WWF thing going on. Maybe sometimes you got to have the hand-to-hand combat also. So finally, when all the weapons are broken and everything is finished, what do? A simple case in point I will tell you. There was a court case which was going and dragging on for years. And the system goes like this, that the lawyers and everybody around advises you, don't talk to the party, don't talk straight to the party. Means you are not supposed to directly speak to the opponents. You go through middlemen. The middlemen have their own cut to take. They are interested in money, they are interested in something else. So they are not interested in your goodness. So many a times you have to directly approach and solve the problem. So there are court cases and there are fights and there are things like that. Direct approach is the best approach. See, there are wars going on today in the world. There are countries which are fighting against each other. Now, how many years is this going on? I don't know. It's going on for eons. The approach which India, adopted was very simple. A few days. Go and destroy the base. Whatever is the root cause of it, and then stop it. And that terminated because the enemy was defeated. So that could be the way. Sometimes it goes on for years. Sometimes it is stopping. But you have to have this, what we call as the right approach to the problem. And that is what the goddess is doing. Okay. The king of Asuras immediately rose again. He rose up and seizing the goddess aloft, jumped to the sky. There also Chandika fought without any support. Then causing wonder to the Siddhas and the sages for the first time, the Asura and Chandika began to wrestle with each other in the sky. Wrestling with him for a long time, the mother uprooted and swung him around and flung him down to the earth. Thus thrown, the wicked Asura, reaching the ground, jumped up with the speed, raising the fist with the desire of slaying Chandika. Then the goddess, seeing the lord of all the Asura folks advancing towards her, felled him on the earth, piercing him with the chest with her spear. Pierced by the spear point of the goddess, he fell to the ground lifeless, shaking the whole earth along with oceans, islands and mountains. When that wicked one was slain, everything became clear. Did I jump a page or something? No. Everything became clear and propitious. The whole world got its original state back again and the sky became spotless. The portents of cloud with meteors, which appeared previously, vanished and the rivers flowed in their courses. After his fall, and he was killed, all the host of gods were filled with delight in the minds and the Gandharvas sang sweetly. Some played on musical instruments and the bevy of Apsara girls danced. The winds blew favorably and the sun became resplendent. Here ends the 10th of the Devi Mahatamyam in Markandeya Puran during the period of Savarani the Manu. See, many a times we always think, why is this fight important? Why are you fighting? Why is this battle important in life? Well, when there is destruction, there is construction also later on, isn't it? When everything gets destroyed, again the shoots will come up. Again the plants will grow. The whole world will get filled with the new leaves. There will be forest once again. So there is destruction and there is construction. There are things which will happen. They will continuously happen in this world. You will find that some things continue to go through the cycle of birth and rebirth and birth and rebirth. Everything. And then there is the death also. When you are born, you die. And when you die, again you are reborn. So same thing keeps on happening. Many years ago, how many lands were there? When it all started, there was only one land. One land. And then it broke up into pieces. Why? Because everybody said, this is mine, and this is mine. We divided the earth. When you divided the earth, one person will say to the other person, no, that belongs to me. So possession comes into the picture. So they will try to win over that other land. So the kings and the old tribals, they fought with each other. Everybody wanted to establish their credentials in their own place. They want to establish, I own this place. This ownership game is going on for eons. Today, there are many states in India, United States, and in Europe and Africa and other places. Are there many states? States means countries as well as small counties or whatever you call them. Every country has that. Every continent has. Are they happy with each other? The enmity between France and England has been going on for eons. There is no stopping over there. For what reason? Nobody knows. They just go on at it. One person doesn't look at eye to eye with the other person. Now India is surrounded by enemies from all the sides. We are literally surrounded by Pakistan, China, Bangladesh. All these countries are there right round. They are not friends. And if you think that there are going to be friends when there are two neighbors, you are enemy with your neighbors. Please remember that. You don't give a damn. If the neighbor throws a little bit of dirt on your side of the fence, you're going to get very upset about it. Isn't that true? Just imagine if that person takes a weed from his place and throws it across the fence. Just one small weed. Finished. It doesn't work. Something different, something good happening to another person also we don't like. Somebody buys a fancy car. When you buy a fancy car, everybody will say, why he's bought a fancy car, There was one great person in India earlier. His name was Bhagwan Rajneesh, Bhagwan Rajneesh Osho and all that. He had, I think, 90 or more, 95 or something like that, Rolls Royce. The whole world was looking at him. Wow, he's a Swamiji, How can he have so many cars? And then, today's day and age, there are some people like, say, Premanand Maharaj. There is a person who stays in Vrindavan, I think. He is going every day in some new fancy car. One day he is going in Audi. One day he is going in a Mercedes Benz. One day he is going in a Porsche. I hope I said the word Porsche or Porsche, whatever it is. He's going in that, and the whole world is looking at him. Look at him. He's a sadhu, he's a saint. Why is he driving around in a posh, in that very posh fashion? You're not supposed to go in a posh fashion. Well, if he goes walking also, there is a problem. If he goes in a Porsche also, there is a problem. You may look at me and say, oh, this fellow, he looks like some, one crooked person from the roadside. Why? I'm not wearing orange color clothes. Sorry. Again, are you trusting the people wearing orange color clothes? There goes that thing. People, don't trust the people in orange color clothes. They will always, is he good or is he bad? We don't know. Many years ago, there was one movie in 1990s, I think. Okay. This was directed by a very great director in India called Satyajit Ray. I've heard of this person. He is a big person. Now he directed a movie in which the storyline in the beginning is like this. One lady receives a letter. She's got her husband and her son and all. And in that, some person says that, I know you from your childhood. I am so and so of yours. And I am coming to India and I want to come and stay in your house. This woman wonders, oh my God, I don't even remember seeing this person, knowing this person. I don't even have any person like that in my life. The husband and she are afraid. What do? They hide everything in the house. All the stuff that is there. They had some small figurines and all that. She takes them and puts them in the cupboard, locking them up. We are very much afraid in this world. Constantly we are fearful. When you say spiritual, the whole world is fearful. Oh, he is going to teach spiritual. God. Whole world is spiritual. Okay, they are afraid of spiritual. Why? there is no reason. These are called enemies. And these are things which are doubts in the minds of people. One of the biggest demon is the doubt. You know that? We are not free in this world. Nobody is free. We are always afraid. We are always having doubts. We are making judgments about people. We look at people and this person is good, this person is bad. A handsome looking guy is always considered good, or beautiful looking girl. But when she opens her mouth, you are going to be afraid. Why? A very funny scene happened many years ago. I used to have a lot of these sales counters. I used to run them. So my company used to do. So one day, we had a neighboring stall. So there was this very pretty, very, very beautiful looking girl. Okay. And all my guys, all the guys of my counter, they were interested in her. And she was not interested. She was just doing her job over there. So I went across and I said, hello, how are you? But she spoke. She nodded her head and all that. And after 2 minutes, she opened her mouth and she said, no, I have been working in this company for a very long time. The moment she opened her mouth and she started speaking to me, her face was very pretty. Her body was very nice. But her teeth were completely yellow brown. I asked her, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with your teeth? She said to me, I am a tea taster. I have to taste hundreds of cups of tea every day. I am a tea taster. So when I told this thing to the people in my, stalls, I said, it's like this. All of them got turned away because of that. So how does that, think on those lines where we get carried away by certain things, by just the looks, by just the way people behave or the way they are. Don't go by it. The asuras can be beautiful also, don't worry about it. The apsaras can be beautiful, yeah. Not necessarily they are good. We don't know. The Gandharvas can be very handsome also, Gandharvas are those guys who sing songs and dance and all that. They could be the worst of the enemies also. You don't know them. You see, most of these fellows, all the people from the music world, most of the time they are zonked off. Okay, bye. Because that is how music comes to them, and they say, okay. We can't say what is good and what is bad in this world till we actually confront and till we actually face it. So when I met this person, I was able to see teeth are bad. Otherwise, nobody will know. Right? So now let us do the next chapter. The sage said, when the great lord of the Asuras were killed by the goddess, the gods with Indra headed by Agni lauded Katyayani, illuminating the quarters with their moon-like faces, cheerful on account of the fulfillment of their desires. O Devi, O remover of the distress of those who take refuge in thee, be pleased. May thou be gracious, O mother of the entire world, be pleased, O sovereign of the universe, protect the universe. O Devi, thou art the sovereign of the mobile and the immobile. Thou alone art the sole support and the basis of this world, because thou standest in the form of the vast earth. O thou whose valor cannot be challenged, the thirst of all this is quenched by thee, who standest in the form of water. See, when we are talking about these kind of elements, she is not just Maya, she is Prakriti as well. So understand the essence of the goddess. The goddess is not necessarily, Maya as such. Maya is a potency, but she is the mistress of this whole world. She is the great goddess. She is the Prakriti also. She is the one who creates also. So understand this, all right? Vishnu Shakti thou art, of infinite valor, the seed of the universe. Thou art the supreme Maya. O Devi, all this is charmed and deluded by thee. If thou art gracious, thou becomes the cause of liberation on the earth itself. Just now I was telling you that she is Lord's Maya as well. She is Prakriti as well. She is Maya as well. She is Vaishnavi as well. She is Muma as well. She is everything, got it? O Devi, in this world, all ways of knowledge are thy different parts, and all women are thee in entirety. This world is filled by thee, the sole mother. Thou art the supreme, fit to be lauded. Thou art also the supreme Lord. So what Lord can we make? Here is the first time it is being mentioned that the goddess is the woman herself. Can you see? It is not just that the goddess is some lofty being somewhere in the sky. There is no lofty being anywhere in the sky. Please understand that. It is within you. You, the women, are also the goddesses. And here is the verse which says, the world is filled by thee, the sole mother. All the different parts, all women are thee in entirety. Got the point? So the goddess has become all. She gives enjoyment and liberation. When thou art lauded thus, what more potent words can be for thy praise? So with her you can also get liberated. Think on these lines. You may consider that something is bad just because you feel it is bad. Not necessarily. You have to look at this potency. The potency has to be used correctly. You understand what I'm saying? See, a knife can be used for cutting and it can be used for wrong stuff also. Similarly, we have to use it for the right purpose. Everything has to be used for the right purpose. Think about it. Why should we use some potency, some tool that we have for wrong purposes? O thou who standest in the form of intelligence in the heart of every person, giver of heaven and liberation, Devi Narayani, salutations to thee. O thou who grantest the evolution of the form of Kashta, the force left even after the cessation of the universe, Narayani, salutations to thee. O the auspicious in all the auspicious, O the good, the accomplisher of all the object, O adept at giving refuge, the mother of the triple world, Lady Immaculate, Gauri, Narayani, salutations to thee. O thou who becomes the force behind creation, preservation, destruction, O eternal one, O resort of the gunas, Purusha, or of the makeup of the gunas, Prakriti, Narayani, salutations to thee. O thou resolved to protect the weak and the distressed, who take refuge in thee, O the remover of sufferings of every being, Devi Narayani, salutations be on thee. O Narayani, seated in the chariot, yoked to the swans, bearing the form of Brahmani, and sprinkling the waters with the kusa grass, Devi, salutations to thee. O Narayani, in the form of Maheshwari, wearer of the trident, moon and the snake, mounted on the great bull, salutations be to thee. O Narayani, appearing in the form of Kaumari, O wielder of the great lance, O pure one, surrounded by the cock and the peacock, salutations to thee. O Narayani, in the form of Vaishnavi, be gracious, O wielder of the superb weapon, conch, discus, mace and bowstrings, salutations to thee. O Narayani, in the form of the great boar, O thou who lifted up the earth with thy tusk, wielder of the great fierce wheel, O auspicious salutations be to thee. O Narayani, who is a terrible form of Narsimha, is engaged in killing the Asuras, affording constant protection to the world, three worlds, salutations be to thee. O Narayani, Indra's force, O thou with the crown, the great thunderbolt, and the 1,000 eyes, resplendent, Vritra, life taker, salutations be to thee. O Narayani, in the form of Shivduti, O the vanquisher of the great armies of the Asura, O of the terrible form and the tremendous noise, salutation be to thee. O Narayani, O Chamunda, the smasher of Munda, O thou with the garland of heads as ornaments, O thou of terrific teeth and mouth, salutations be to thee. O Narayani, O prosperity, modesty, great knowledge, faith, nourishment, self-sustenance, constancy of the great night, O the great delusion, salutations be to thee. O Narayani, O the intellect united with God, all flowing knowledge, O the best, O the white sattva, the tawny rajas, the dark tamas, O the fixed principles beyond the triad of gunas, O sovereign, be pleased, salutations be to thee. O the form of all, the master of all, O thou accompanied by all the forces, Devi, protect us from fear, O Devi Durga, salutations to thee. May this thy lovely face adorned with eyes guard us from all beings, O Katyayani, salutations be to thee. May the trident sharp-edged, flaming terribly, destroyer of the Asuras in entirety, protect us from terror, O auspicious Kali, salutations be to thee. O Devi, may that bell which filling the world with its sound destroys the prowess of the Asuras, protect us from evil as a living being protects his children. O Chandika, may thy sword smeared with the mire of blood and marrow of the Asuras, resplendent in the hand be of our good. We bow down to thee. If pleased, thou destroys all diseases. If angry, thou destroys all the desires longed for. No calamity befalls the man who is dependent on thee. Those who depend on thee and resort to thee become a heaven of refuge. Here, what is being mentioned is everything that is there, all potencies that are there in this world, whether it is connected to Brahma, Vishnu or Mahesh, or Indradev or any other Dev, Agni and whatever, all the gods and the goddesses that are there are a part of her only. Remember, in the beginning it was mentioned that every god gave her something from his side, including the weapons. So that is the reason why she has all the power potencies that are there. Got it? And she has got the qualities of every god that is there. Remember, the god has given a part of their being also. Who else can do this? The slaughter that has been done by thee now, of the great Asuras, the hater of Dharma, by making thy form manifold into very many forms. Who else except thee is said to be the path of the knowledge in the science of the original statements, the lamp of discrimination, yet in the darkest abyss of minus, thou throwest this universe and makest it whirl. Where there are demons, serpents with the dreadful poison, where there are foes, troops of robbers, where there is a wild fire in the midst of the sea, where thou standest and savest the world. Thou art the sovereign of the universe, thou protects the universe, the soul of the universe, thou upholdest and sustains the universe. Thou art worthy to be adorned even by the Lord of the universe. The whole universe takes refuge in thee who bow to thee in devotion. O Devi, be gracious, just as thou hast now immediately saved us by killing the Asuras. Likewise, always save us from the fear of the foe. Please subdue the sins of all the worlds and the great calamities that are produced by the maturing of evil portents. Be gracious to those who bow to thee. O Devi, destroyer of the distress of the universe, O thou worthy of the praises by the inhabitants of the three worlds, grant what is best to all the worlds. So here, every person, every god that is there, everybody over there is lauding this goddess and saying that you are the greatest, you are the best, you are this mother, you are this one. Everything that is there is being put at her feet. So now let us say what the goddess says. The goddess said, O host of gods, I shall grant the boon. Whatever boon you desire by the mind, choose that I shall give for the benefit of the world. The gods said. O sovereign of all, just like this, thou shouldst accomplish the destruction of our foes, the appeasement of all the afflictions of the three worlds. The goddess said, in the time of Vavasvata Manu, where the 28 yugas come, two other great Asura, Shumba and Nishumba, will be born. Born in the womb of Yashoda, growing up in the house of Nandagopa, I shall destroy them, taking abode in the Vindhya mountains. Again I shall descend on the earth in the most terrible form, and shall slay the Asuras Vaiparichitta. When I eat up those great Asuras, Vaiparichitta, my teeth will become as red as the pomegranate flower. And then the gods in heaven will, and the men in the mortal world, when praising, shall always speak of me as Raktadantika. Again, when for 100 years there will be no water on account of the rains, praised by the sages, I shall come into being on earth without being born in a womb. Then I shall look at the sages with 100 eyes. Then the offspring of Manu shall extol me as Satakshi. See here, what is being mentioned is she is giving us a heads up of the years to come in the future. What is going to happen? So here when it is said that she will be born in the house of Nandagopa, she is talking about the Krishna avatar. Krishna and the Balram avatar that is there, which takes place. Later on she is talking about that she is going to be born in a mountain. And in that mountain she is going to kill a particular, demon by chomping on him. And that is the reason why her teeth become red in color. And that is why she is called Raktadantika. Later on she is becoming a person called Satakshi, a goddess called Satakshi. O gods, till the rains come, I shall fill and nourish the entire world with life-sustaining vegetables produced out of my own body. Then I shall get renowned in the world as Shakambari, which basically translates into every leafy vegetable, every vegetable that we eat, everything. All the food that we eat is nothing but the goddess's powers only. The power potency in everything is her alone. Even the fruits and the vegetables and everything. Think like that. That is why she calls herself Shakambari. Okay. There itself I shall slay a great Asura named Durgama. There I shall get the famous name of the goddess Durga. Durgama. Durgama means, wrong kind of process of thinking. So when I kill him, I will become Durga. Many a times places are named in India after the demon or the goddess or gods. Like say for example, the place called Kolhapur is named after the demon called Kolhasura. Kolhasura. A place very close to Bangalore, Mysore. It is named after Mahishasura. Mahishasura, just now we saw her. That is why it is very, very important. Then places get names like that. There itself I shall Again, when for the sake of protecting the sages, I shall take a terrific form in the mountain Himalaya and devour the demons. Then all the sages and their bodies bent in salutation will be extolling me. Then my name will become the famous as goddess Bhima. When the three worlds, one Aruna will create great havoc. I shall take the form of a cluster consisting of innumerable bees and shall slay the great Asura. And for the benefit of the three worlds, then everywhere, people will laud me as Brahmari, the sound which is there. Thus, wherever there shall be oppression arising out of the Asuras, I shall descend and accomplish the destruction of the foes. Here ends the 11th of the Devi Mahatamyam in Markandeya Puran during the period of Savaranida Manu. So we have come to the end of today's satsang. Now explanation will be given by RajShree.
Thank you, Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Guruji. I'm wishing you all a very happy Navratri. Like I said in my last satsang, today we will be learning about who is this demons who got killed. That is Shumba and Nishumba. See, when we started the chapter, not yesterday, day before, on introduction of these two demons, Shumba. Shumba is the strength. Strength in what? Strength in evil doings. And Nishumba represents false pride in evil doings. And these are not demons outside. If you look around, when somebody is doing something wrong, they don't even, wink their eye. They do it so effortlessly. So that is called the strength in that evil doings. And then people even talk about it. They gloat, they say, oh, I did this. And that is called the false pride in evil doings. And we think that is the way of life. Today, what we have become unnatural in our nature. Our divine nature is supposed to be our actual nature. But what we have become is unnatural. That is why a lot of unnatural events are happening around us. See, your divine nature is supposed to be your natural state, which is supposed to be very effortless in you. But today, because you have gone off the path, you have to put in a lot of effort to get back into your natural state, which is supposed to be effortless. But today, it's a lot of effort for you. Why do people think spirituality is very difficult? Because spirituality is teaching you the path of truth. And the path of truth is actually not easy because from your perspective, you're gone off the path. So getting back on the path is actually going to be very difficult. And when you look around the whole world, everybody is they're having a strength in that evil doings. And they don't even, have a little conscious also. You know why? Because one murder or 100 murders, the punishment is death penalty. So I might as well, kill 100 more people, before I die. That is how the attitude has become. And this change has to be brought about. And people also will go and talk, I killed so many people. That's false pride they carry. Oh, I became somebody great. Everything is fake. Everything is falsehood. And, we all have this strange way of looking at life. Every individual believes I am good and the other person is bad. Good from whose perspective? Your mind's point of view. And bad, you're judging another person that the person is bad. From whose point of view? It is your point of view alone. Yesterday, Guruji was very beautifully giving this concept of the good and the bad. There is neither good nor bad because it is individual point of view. And whose point of view? Your mind's point of view. Because your mind itself is full of muck, the pigsty. So how can that tell you the truth about anything, about yourself or other person? So kindly don't be under this misconception. Do you know why a lot of people don't come to my Guruji? Because he speaks the truth. And truth is bitter. He will look at your face and straight away tell you what is wrong in you. And that truth is very difficult to digest. Because you already have all the false knowledge in you. Thinking, oh, I am very good, I am detached, I am such a Sati Savitri in life. I have not done anything wrong. The whole world has done wrong. I am the only one who's the epitome of truth. And that is the first misconception which he breaks in an individual. He destroys your ego. And especially with a woman, the ego is not about I am the greatest. The ego is about I am the worst, deflated ego, which is even worse too. It is the biggest ego that the women community carry. And that is the difficult part of the ego to be destroyed. And they don't like to hear the truth. They like people pandering to them, We heard, the Madhu and Kaitav, they like to hear the sweet talkers they like. So the Shumba and Nishumba are constantly going to be in you because they're not allowing you to listen to the words of discrimination. And who's the one who will give you this discrimination knowledge? That is the Guru. He's the dispeller of this darkness. But we don't want to accept. You know why? Because our ego gets hurt. And the attachment to the body doesn't allow you to get that real understanding of the knowledge. See, it all begins with knowledge, the right knowledge, the real knowledge. It is not knowledge that you think you have. My Guruji will always say, whatever the degrees you have, got in your world is equivalent to a toilet paper because you don't even know how the world operates. I'll give you my own example. When I first came to my Guruji, this is an example I talk a million times, but I love to give this. I told him, he was giving me an understanding about how the corporate world works. I was like, you've not worked in a corporate. You don't even know what happens over there. How can you call somebody like this? I said, no, they're all very good. That's not how it is. And blah, 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 blah. I went on until the time the universe gave me a tight slap. And I fell flat on my face. I learned the hard way. And that day I came running to him and crying. I'm extremely sorry. I held on to his feet. And I told him I apologize profusely. Because I didn't understand what you were talking. I believe this whole world, everybody is good, everybody is this. And who told me all of this? It is my mind. So do not listen to your mind because your mind is not going to give you anything that is the truth because the mind itself is unreal. It is always going to pull you down from your progress. But it is for you to train the mind to, help you in winning in this world. By first getting the right knowledge. So understand this, never, your mind will tell you, oh no, you're not done anything wrong. So the Shumba in you is talking. It is the strength in the evil doings. It is actually going to encourage you to do more wrong, more evil. And the Nishumba is a false pride. It's going to tell you, oh, you know what? You drank 10 bottles of beer. You can beat that man. Now drink 20. That is called a false pride in the evil doing. So be very careful. Don't ever allow this demon to rise. These demons are very difficult to kill. Kill them. You saw how much effort it has taken. And then yesterday my Guruji used a very important word, and that is called, you have to be vigilant. Because you don't know when this demon has raised its ugly head inside of you. If you're not going to do your sadhana every day, if you're not going to study, if you're not going to be disciplined, self-disciplined and self-effort is the only remedy, is the solution to empower these divinities within you. The power potency will not work inside of you if you don't put effort, self-effort and self-discipline and listening to the words of the Guru in a very sincere manner and holding on to his lotus feet. That is the only way. And yesterday I missed out telling one very important thing. Do you know what is the remedy, when we have all these evil things in us? One of the first thing is charity, which we have completely forgotten. We don't want to give anything. That is going to increase your lust and greed. The first demons, the second, the Chanda and Munda, they're going to become stronger and stronger. You're going to become greedier by the day. So you're going to go away from the natural state, which is your natural qualities, the divine propensities. And now you have to put a lot of effort. So please, kindly, don't allow these demons to rise their ugly head in you. Hold on to the feet of the Guru. Learn, surrender the mind. Don't allow your mind to rule you. Never ever allow your mind to tell you anything. Understand, the moment your thoughts are negative, it is your mind which is talking. Because the supreme, the universal mind will always show you the upside of it. It is the negative, the negativities which will show the mind, which is your lower self, will tell you all the negativities that you can't do, you cannot do, you're the small. It's going to pull you down. And if you pay heed to it, it is your destruction and it is your downfall. Then the Devi cannot be empowered. So kindly use this knowledge and constantly, every single day do your sadhana, do your practice, whatever that is, 30 minutes of reading, attending the satsang very sincerely. Not in fear. You have to do it with love. The word is love. To be with God, the first word is fearlessness, not with fear. If you're doing it with fear, you're not sincere about it. Because you're afraid of your life. Oh, something might happen to me, and that is why you're doing. So always do it with love, and then you will see the magic happening in your world. With that, I end today's exposition. Thank you very much. Wishing you all a very happy Navratri. God bless.
Okay, so we will stop over here for today, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye.
Recording stopped.